Why don't you put a nice little iron just here for it to stand? Just very good. Well done. Well, Harry, Leo, round of applause on today. Very well done. Well, if you're not getting married this afternoon, could you please all take your seats? Well, good afternoon, Paul and Kitty, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you here today at the most beautiful Ritz Hotel here in the heart of Westminster. My name is Jess Keane and I'm the Deputy Superintendent Registrar who has the pleasure of marrying this beautiful couple this afternoon. And with me is my colleague Antoinette, who's going to be making the legal and digital record of this marriage. And between us, it is our duty to make sure that you will leave this building, whenever you can drag yourself away from it, a legally married couple. So I've introduced myself and Antoinette. If I could ask you both now to state your full legal names.
Paul Andrew Hadfield.
Roshui Wang.
So on behalf of Paul and Kitty, I would like to thank you all for joining them here to witness, celebrate and participate in this, their wedding ceremony. It means a great deal to them that you can be here to share with them on this happy occasion. Marriage is a lifelong promise based on love. And by getting married, two people make a permanent commitment to one another. They promise to share their lives together, and they promise to overcome whatever difficulties they may face. So for Paul and Kitty, being together gives the future both meaning and purpose. It means that dreams and hopes can become a reality, and the joys and sorrows of life can be shared. But before we proceed, I'd like to just ask our couple to take a step to the side and invite Vivian and Viola forward, because I understand you have a poem written by your father Graham. So if you'd like to come forward.
It happened at the Ritz. They met at the Ritz in downtown Shanghai. The pretty young girl and the technical guy. They'd both travelled far in a separate way to arrive at the Ritz on that pivotal day. Unaware of each other or what lay ahead, the path they would share, the day they would wed. From Shanghai to London, it's quite a long way, but love on the wing brought them both here today, to vow to their friendship and love for each other, to pledge themselves faithful one to another, to wed at this place, where else but the Ritz, amongst family and friends dressed up in their glitz. The road that's ahead, paved with joy and some pain, it won't always be flowers and fizzy champagne, but troubles and strife, they'll face them together, through good times and bad, whatever the weather. Bon chance, bon voyage, good luck and safe passage. Here's to success for this love-blessed marriage.
So this is the Chinese translation. 情定荔枝，那年邂逅在喧嚣上海的荔枝酒店，好个妙龄女子和技术小伙。那年他们是异道远行，在那个冥冥中注定之日，在荔枝酒店不期而遇。不知彼此，不知未来缘分，不知会执手同行，不知这姻缘之日。 上海到伦敦毕竟是漫漫长路，但爱有灵犀，他们比翼双飞，今日相携到此，海誓山盟，忠贞不渝。他们喜结良缘之地，唯有在利兹。此时此地，亲朋好友锦衣华服，我们同欢共庆。前路迢迢，有苦有乐，鲜花美酒不常在。或困难，或纷争，他们会同心同德，不离不弃，共同面对未来的风风雨雨。祝好运，一路顺风；祝好运，平安康乐。干一杯，为这恩爱良缘美满生活。
Thank you both, and Graham, thank you so much. I love that. And I hadn't realised that you'd met in the Ritz. So this is my first time in the Ritz, so it's all coming together. Paul and Kitty, today you will exchange vows which will make permanent that commitment and unite you as husband and wife. The words that you are going to say to each other are a formal and public pledge of your love for each other. But before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you both of the solemn and binding characters of the vows you're about to make. Because marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. So I think we should just move a little bit to the side, because poor Paul, this beautiful sunshine, blinded by love and sunshine today. So I'm now going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you know of no legal reason why you may not be married to one another today. And although you don't know it, Paul, you have volunteered to go first. So if I could ask you to repeat after me. I declare.
I declare.
That I know.
That I know.
Of no legal reason.
Of no legal reason.
Why I, Paul.
Why I, Paul.
May not be joined.
May not be joined.
In matrimony.
In matrimony.
Sorry, in marriage.
In marriage.
To Kitty.
To Kitty.
So that's good news, Kitty. He's free to marry you.
Right.
I need you now to make the same declaration. I declare.
I declare
That I know.
that I know
Of no legal reason.
of no legal reason
Why I, Kitty.
why I, Kitty,
May not be joined.
may not be joined
In marriage.
in marriage
To Paul.
to Paul.
Excellent news. We can proceed.
Yes.
So you have gathered your friends and family about you to join in your celebrations, and I know some of them have travelled for a long distance. So I ask you now, in the presence of this company, Paul, will you take Kitty to be your wife, and will you remain faithful to her for the rest of your life together?
I will.
And Kitty, will you take Paul to be your husband? And will you remain faithful to him for the rest of your life together?
I will.
So if I could just take those lovely flowers
Thank you.
and invite you to turn in and face each other. And you can stay holding hands if you wish. Because Paul and Kitty, ladies and gentlemen, the time has now come for you to make your marriage vows and exchange rings with each other. Now, Dave, I believe you have safe custody of those rings.
Yes.
If I could ask you to step forward, please.
So it's all
And if you could present Paul with the ring he's going to give to Kitty. We believe it's the sparkly one.
Oh, I'm going to warm myself then. There you go.
Thank you. And if you'd like to take Kitty's left hand in your left hand, place the ring on the tip of her third left finger and saying these words. Kitty, I give you this ring
Kitty, I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and our commitment to each other.
and our commitment to each other.
and in the presence of our family and friends,
and in the presence of our family and friends,
I, Paul,
I, Paul,
take you, Kitty,
take you, Kitty,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
Perfect. It's teamwork almost now. Lovely. And Dave, if I could ask you to present Kitty with the ring she's going to give to Paul. And if you could take Paul's left hand in yours, place the ring on the tip of his third left finger and saying these words. Paul, I give you this ring
Paul, I give this ring,
as a token of my love
token of my love,
and our commitment to each other,
and our commitment to each other,
and in the presence of our family and friends,
and in the presence of my family and friends.
I, Kitty,
I, Kitty,
take you, Paul,
take you, Paul,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
Lovely. If you want to pop it on. Perfect. Well, Paul and Kitty, you have both now made the declarations prescribed by law and have made solemn promises to each other, symbolised with the exchange of rings, and in the presence of your family and friends gathered around you. May the love and commitment that you have shown today stay with you in your lives forever. And so, without further ado, it gives me the very greatest of pleasures to pronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations! I thought I saw you get almost sort of quite emotional. I wasn't sure if you I think you had to say
Oh, yeah, no.
Could you print your name here and then just sign underneath? It's £5. Yeah, I have done this. And yeah, so you can see it.
Whole name, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, your full name. And then, yeah, and then signature. Thank you. Your husband? Yes, in seats. Double check your dates, make sure that everything's spelled correctly and it's exactly as you want it. And when you're happy, all you associate box line. And you will just double check, make sure that you've got the
Kind of up for my girlfriend, don't catch me.
Well, we just shut behind us.
Yes. And then I'll write a little note.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I know. Perfect. So now I can walk and step away and you can have the
No. It's my favourite. Pleasure to meet you both, and it's been a particular pleasure to marry you here today. Firstly, because I've never been to the Ritz, but also just hearing Graham's poem, which was so beautifully written and such a gift to have somebody as such a great wordsmith. I've got a sense of this couple. We only spoke yesterday, and today through your words. I kind of got a sense of their romance, so thank you for that. Thank you, Leo and Harry, for amazing petal throwing. Well done. And I'm pleased to say we have fulfilled our duties as registrars today. You will be leaving this room, let alone the hotel, a legally married couple. Your certificate will be with you shortly. Do look after it, it's an important document, but much more importantly, do look after each other over the coming months and years. So ladies and gentlemen, could you please all be upstanding for a massive round of applause for our newlyweds.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for your bride and groom.
Ladies and gentlemen, and boys, can I have your attention please for a brief speech from myself to all of our family and guests that have travelled here to share this special moment with Kitty and myself today. I just want to thank you all for coming down, and I want to thank you all for being involved in this day from the bottom of my heart. It's been emotional, and it's been a real pleasure to share these emotions with you. And I really want to thank you for that. I want to thank my dad, being my dad, bring me into this world and bring me up and turn me into what I am.
Oh, God. Don't blame me for that.
I want to thank my brother for being my brother and for, well, being my brother. He's very good at that. It's not my fault. I'll thank Dave for being my best man. I'll say what else he's done, I'm sure that's coming later, but he's been a very good best man, I have to say.
Today's all about you.
Thank you very much. Oh, I want to thank everyone. I could go around the table, but this will take all night. But you know, for coming down here, I mean, some of you have travelled some distance. I mean, I think we've got second place to Lucy and Malaka for coming from Scotland. Thank you so much for travelling all the way down here to see us. Of course, we've got Kitty's stepmom and father for travelling all the way across from China to spend Christmas with us and spend, you know, the Western New Year with us and spend the Chinese New Year with us and spend our wedding day with us. I thank you so much for coming and making this special day. This day would not have allowed to have occurred if you two were not here today. It was so important that you two are here. And thank you so much. And thank you also for bringing my wife into this world. Thank you so much. I'm not going to go on because, as I say, I'll be here all day. Thank you, but thank you so much for being here. It's really tugging at my heartstrings. So I'm going to now pass on to my new father-in-law to say a few words. Thank you very much.
女士们、先生们、朋友们，还有两个可爱的小宝贝，非常高兴在这里跟大家欢聚一堂。借大家这个享用美食之前，我想说几句心里话。在这美好的时刻，把自己的感受给大家分享一下。
So, yeah, I would do the translation. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, it's a pleasure to be here with you. And if I may have some precious time of yours before you enjoy your dinner, I want to say a few words from the bottom of my heart and share
啊 ，
my feelings at this wonderful occasion.
我
I
今天呢，注定是一个令人难忘的日子。这一天在中国是中国的传统新年，又在这久负盛名的荔枝酒店，这个挚爱亲朋们在这里欢聚一堂，见证保罗和王若水的幸福婚姻，祝福他们的幸福结合。此时此刻啊，我和我的夫人十分荣幸的跟各位嘉宾在这里相谋相识，对大家的光临表示由衷的感谢。
Today is destined to be an unforgettable day. In this traditional Chinese New Year's festive moment, at these prestigious rites, we are gathering to witness the wedding of Kitty and Paul, wishing them a happy union. At this moment, my wife and I are deeply honored to meet you here and express our heartfelt appreciation for your presence.
我和夫人呢，跟保罗和他的父亲相识于3年前。从那一天起，由遥远的东方华夏到这个同样有着悠久的历史和灿烂文化的英伦，我们虽然说相隔千山万水，但成了彼此牵挂于心的亲人。托尼啊，是我无比尊敬的老大哥。经过2次对托尼大哥家里的探访，以及和他们家人的交往，使我感受到了女儿和保罗啊，由相识、相知到相爱的必然。
My wife and I met Paul and his father 3 years ago, and since then, from ancient China to old Britannia, who both share glorious history and splendid culture, we are destined to become relatives. Though far apart, we are joined by our mutual regard. Tony is my deeply respected big brother. After 2 visits to Tony's home and interaction with the family, I felt it was destiny that my daughter and Paul would fall in love and be together.
从保罗的爷爷啊，传给他的那个沉甸甸的老式矿灯，到托尼每天凭着自己的勤劳的双手，把家庭打造的那么的温馨。从我亲眼的目睹啊，保罗每天为了工作和事业贡献了自己的这个智慧，到为了建造自己美好的家园付出的心血。从保罗的2位姑姑、姑父以及家人的和蔼可亲，到保罗和山姆兄弟俩的共同成长，我看到的是哈德菲尔德家族的勤劳、智慧和善良。谢谢托尼大哥，谢谢你以及家人为这美好家风的不懈的传承。
From the heavy, old-fashioned miner's lamp that Paul's grandfather passed on to him, to Tony's selfless hard work to create a warm family home. From witnessing Paul's daily contribution through his intellect and work at his career, to his painstaking efforts to build a home sweet home. From the amiable loveliness of Paul's 2 aunts and uncles and family, to the bond between the two brothers, Paul and Simon. I see the endeavor, wisdom, and kindness of the Hatfield family. Thank you, big brother, Tony. Thank you and your family for the enduring tradition of this wonderful family heritage.
亲爱的保罗，在这充满喜悦而又庄严神圣的时刻，在这金碧辉煌而又值得永远铭记于心的地方，我们将心爱的女儿托付给你。
Dear Paul, in this joyful and solemn moment, both glorious and worthy of eternal remembrance, we entrust to you our treasured daughter.
今天，此时此刻，我似乎看到了你的爷爷奶奶，相信这是心灵感应的呼唤。持强的主辈啊，在遥远而又圣洁的天堂，看着我们开心的笑着，仿佛啊，他们看到你在巴恩斯利，在约克，在印伦，幸福的、愉快的工作和生活，在通往梦想的道路上尽情的奔跑，并保佑着保罗和你永远的幸福快乐。
Jing Jing, which is Katie's nickname. At this moment, I seem to see your grandparents. I believe that this is a call of telepathy. The kind of ancestors in the distant and holy heaven watched us and smiled happily, as if they saw you in Barnsley, in York, in England, happy in work and life, on the road, free to fulfill your dreams. My blessing to Paul and you, wishing you be forever happy.
亲爱的保罗，亲爱的女儿，在我看来，恋爱、婚姻、家庭是一个漫长的过程。在未来漫长的岁月里，伴随着你们追随梦想并享受快乐时光的同时，也会遇到无数的阶段性的挑战和困难。我想啊，在这里送给你们永葆快乐婚姻的2字秘诀，一个是诚恳的诚，诚信的诚；一个是行为的行，行动的行。诚展现的是咱们的品德和修养，行表达的是咱们的行为与能力。他们呢，既是夫妻和谐相处的孪生兄妹，又是解决2人遇到问题的一对金钥匙。
Dear Paul, dear daughter, in my opinion, love, marriage, family is a complete process. In the long years to come, with you chasing your dreams and enjoying happy times at the same time, there will be countless challenges and temporary setbacks. I would like to give you the 2-word secret of a happy marriage. One is sincerity, and the other is commitment. Sincerity shows your integrity and cultivation. Commitment, your conduct and effort. Sincerity and commitment, the golden keys to solve problems, in enabling husband and wife to live in harmony.
亲爱的保罗，亲爱的女儿，我愿采撷人间无与伦比的美好的词汇，祝福你们的爱，如同美丽的泰晤士河，源源不断， 堪比壮美的珠穆朗玛峰，洁白无瑕。说到这里啊，告诉你们俩一个消息，就在此刻，你们亲爱的妹妹杰什米守候到深夜，从祖国发来了一段祝福的视频，你们待会儿打开微信就可以看到。
Dear Paul, dear daughter, like the beautiful river Thames, may your love flow endlessly. Like magnificent Mount Everest, may it be white and flawless. My blessings upon you. And now let me tell you, your dear sister Jasmine, she has been staying over the night, and she has just sent you a video of her blessing from our motherland. You can see it later in the WeChat.
在我们在这里啊，把盏欢庆的时刻，我无法忘记全世界无以计数的人们，为了战胜当前罕见的疫情而奋不顾身的背影。我们这是来英国的旅程所遇到种种艰难，在他们的面前显得那么的微不足道。这场突如其来的疫情啊，给这个世界带来了很多的改变，但永恒不变的是善良的人类对未来人间一切美好的孜孜以求。
As we celebrate, I can't forget the countless people in the world who fought to beat the current rare pandemic and helped us overcome all the obstacles on our journey to England. This sudden pandemic has brought many changes to the world, but what is eternal and unwavering is a diligent pursuit by people of goodwill for a better future.
莎士比亚有句名言：“黑夜无论怎样悠长，白昼总会到来。”目前呢，我们正处在寒冬。我想借用莎翁的这句话对大家说：冬季无论多么寒冷，春日暖阳即将普照人间。让我们呢一起在为孩子们的幸福婚姻祝福的同时，祈祷人类尽早携手战胜这场疫情。
Shakespeare said, "The night is long that never finds the day." I want to take the spirit of Shakespeare's words to say that while we are still find ourselves in the dark of winter, no matter how cold winter is, the warm spring sun will soon shine down on the world. Let us bless the happy marriage of our children together and pray that mankind will join hands to defeat the pandemic as soon as possible.
女士们、先生们、朋友们，我和夫人再次对大家的光临致以深深的谢意。感谢伦敦当地的行政机关的工作人员专门到场为孩子们办理婚姻登记手续。感谢亲爱的保罗和家人给予王若水的爱和照顾。感谢王若水的朋友们多年来给予他的无私的关心与陪伴。感谢艺术家精湛绝美的演奏。感谢摄影师付出的辛勤劳动。感谢所有今天为婚姻庆典提供服务的工作人员。
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, my wife and I would like to express once again our deep gratitude to all of you for your presence today. Thank you to the staff of the London Registry Office for officiating at the marriage of our children. Thank you, dear Paul and the family, for your love and care of Kitty. Thank you to Kitty's friends for their unfailing care and companionship over the years. Thanks to the artists for their exquisite performance. Thanks to the photographer. Thank you to all the staff who served at today's wedding ceremony.
我还是要说，更要感谢维文女士为我做的这么精彩的翻译，否则我的发言在英国朋友面前可能就成了噪音。
I will take that to myself. Okay, thank you very much.
最后，我提议为保罗和王若水的婚姻幸福，为东西方情感与文化的融合，以及家族血脉的传承，干杯！
Finally, I propose we toast Paul and Kitty's happy marriage and the fusion of emotions and cultures between the East and West and the continuance of family lines.
为各位尊贵的来宾以及家人的健康和幸福干杯！谢谢大家。
And also a toast to the health and well-being of all assembled today here. Thank you.
干杯！干杯！
Arranged on the mobile phone. I've got them on prompt cards. So, first of all, I'd like to introduce myself to people who don't know me. I'm Tony, Paul's dad, and I would like to extend thanks to everyone for coming down here today. It's been a long journey for most people, and I would like to say a big thank you. It's really great to see you all here. The venue's fantastic. The food so far has been amazing, and I think it's going to get better as the night goes on, so everybody should enjoy themselves. The people who have travelled the furthest to get here today are Wedong, Xiaohua. They had a horrendous journey here, but they made it here. These people I'm now related to. Before that, we've had meals, we've got to know each other, and these people are my friends. We're good friends. Brothers, yes?
Brothers.
Yes?
Oh, thank you.
兄弟是这样说的。Who's that? That's it. Okay. And the journey up there, I said, was horrendous. 32 hours, I believe. Lots of miles, lots of hours. So it's really bad journey. We're here today for Paul and Kitty. Paul and Kitty, what can I say? Kitty I've known for 3, maybe 4 years now. She's hard working. She's dedicated. She's a very good hostess and cook. Okay? You get an invite, you go and you eat. It's very good, and there'll be lots of it, so you do that. It's not a problem. Paul, I've known him a little bit longer than Kitty. He's been described as a technical man earlier on, and he's a technical man. As a child, his toys were all technical. He loved taking things apart. He was a pain in the ass. But, you know...
We put them back together.
Still is. No, I did that. It was my job. That was my job. But you learn as you got older. He showed me Lego technique. He stuck with that. He stuck with that. He did. But the thing that I remember most vividly about him was I had a a computer, a Commodore 64. And people used to come to the house and they saw the box and they wanted to know what the box did, how the box did it. Paul wanted to know that. He also wanted to know what was in the box and how to make the box do things. And that was different. It's not the same. I do remember sitting down with him, giving him his first lesson on it. A few simple commands, how to turn an LED on, got him to type it in, and the second command, how to turn the LED off. That's the one. So it was always that way. It was always going to go that way, and I could see back then that he was going to be an IT man. So he's extremely technical. So now back to both of you, Paul and Kitty. What can I say? You found each other. You went a hell of a long way to do it. But you found each other. And that's the thing that matters. Over the last 3 years, I've watched you two. And you fit together better than any jigsaw I've ever done. I've done one to you. You fit together so well. And I now want to take my time here to say that you two, I wish you the best for the rest of your life. I have all my love and my blessing. Good luck to both of you.
It's not designed to be as heartfelt as this. So, I'm Dave. I'm the guy that Paul calls when he's out of options and when he needs a ladder to get out of the hole. Which is more than he lets on, actually. So I'm going to open by saying Happy New Year. Because Thank you. Obviously, Paul and Kitty get married today. It's a big celebration, but also it's Chinese New Year. So I think we can all agree that today has been amazing. Actually, well, look around us. What a fantastic venue. I think we can all agree it's amazing. Yeah. So, and others because actually it's amazing because Paul actually managed to find somebody willing to marry him. So quite recently, I got thinking about today and all the things that make a good marriage and all of the things that are important to make today successful. You know, the most important things are the bride, the groom, the rings, the dress.
Paul,
so,
Kitty.
So you may or may not know that until this morning, Kitty didn't have a dress, and I had to go and pick it up and drive down. Oh, well, anyway, that's kind of how it started. We got there in the end, that is all I can say. I'm not sure about saved. Anyway, so, some say that he once kept a set of spare wheels in his kitchen because born out of the irrational fear of even the smallest spiders. And that he's the connoisseur of the finest takeaway cuisine of the land. All we know is that it's called Paul. Or do we? For the next few minutes, I'll be covering the last 10 years or so that I've known Paul, and I promise that I'll try not to make it just as dull as it really has been. Meeting Paul for the first time was quite a daunting experience, not directly because of him, I were attending an interview, and he was invigilating me there, dressed in my interview best, and Paul, as we all know him, dressed in his jeans and a t-shirt. Second meeting was the interview where, for the first time, and very definitely not the last time, Paul stopped me and corrected me mid-sentence. An annoying trait, for sure, but still somehow we managed to strike up what has been a lasting friendship. We can't talk about Paul without mentioning his ongoing diet. It's had its ups and downs over the years, but according to the scales, they've been mostly up. Looking good today, though, I have to say. Which brings me nicely, as Dave mentioned earlier, to Mega Cream Bun Day. This has been the highlight of the office calendar for many a year. Always setting the standards. Paul's birthday on the 4th of June. 4th of June. That is coming. That is this year.
Yeah.
That is this year.
Every year.
It is every year, you are right. So looking forward to this year. COVID is no longer a thing, and you can reset that standard because it has waned over the years. Let me tell you. There were even, oh, here we go, sorry, I missed a bit out. I can't do that. It's always been a smorgasbord of cream, jam, pastry, cake. There was even some left over for the rest of us. A self-confessed petrolhead, Paul spent a great deal of time and effort tuning that well-known sporting pedigree, Vauxhall.
The wrong colour.
I'm sure he'll entertain you all later by telling you that these were in fact Holden's. Now the next bit refers to Paul's attention to detail and wasn't supposed to be ironic in any kind of way. It was supposed to be a little bit more heartfelt, but given what's happened over the last 24 hours or so, it kind of changes the context a little bit. So in his professional life, Paul has designed, built and tested some of the UK's biggest and best IT infrastructure. He's got such magnificent attention to detail, it's literally what I wrote down. It was selected to roll out the international platform for Next, and that is how he and Kitty first met. Fast forward a couple of years and speaking to Paul about meeting Kitty and their flourishing relationship, it was plain to see that it truly was a meeting of two like-minded individuals, pure and simple. And it's clear to me that Paul's not the pure one. Joking aside, from first-hand experience, and despite his sometimes prickly exterior, Paul is a good listener, confident friend and teacher, indeed showing how Tony's box worked. Never too quick to judge and always there when needed. Some fantastic qualities that Paul has yet to bring to his new role as Kitty's husband. I'd just like to extend a personal thank you to Kitty. Since she and Paul met, we've seen some significant changes for the better. An instant change in his clothing.
Good to hear. That's a sense of achievement.
Absolutely. Yeah, there you go. From him learning how to cook his own scrambled egg. There's a thing. To actually eating proper food. So thank you from me to you for that. I'm not a gambling man. However, I am willing to wager that the marriage that we've witnessed here today will definitely last longer than Paul's diet. All in, he's not done bad for a small town boy from Barnsley. On a final note, it's said that Chuck Norris has been known to count to infinity twice, blow out volcanoes, and even unscramble one of Paul's eggs. But today Paul's managed something that the great Chuck Norris will never achieve. He's managed to marry Kitty. So let's raise a glass to the bride and groom and their long and happy marriage. Paul and Kitty. That is me.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Just imagine it's a big green bum, Paul.